There we go. And in place right there. And stand it up. Okay. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens, and also too SFEG, which we just showed you the abbreviations, what it stands for. We have two types of gains for our company. One is for our black projection screen paints, which is the ILEG Infusion Light Energy Gain, and one we have outside that can actually take in direct sunlight as the Sun Fusion Energy Gain screens. They have that capability. Now, as I said before we do demonstrations on gray screens versus our screens, we've been there, done that already. Certified screens, been there, done it already. Now we're challenging ambient light projection technology, because as I said before, we feel that our ambient light projection technology is far more superior. As you see in the thumbnail, we have the ability to generate outside. Now, for some of you saying, well, you know, we have projection screens that generate outside. Not in the morning, you don't. This is our technology. All I have to do is just type in that abbreviation, and it pulls up our video demonstration showing up the form sites we're going to be entering in the next few days, that we have the more powerful technology when it comes to ambient light rejection, because our screens can fire outside, where other screens can't be out there. Not at 9 o'clock in the morning, you won't. So that would make our gain much more powerful. And inside, with our screen paints, we can pull up at 24,000 at 50 lumens at 300. They can even generate outside at 300 lumens and even pick up white levels at 300 lumens with no problem whatsoever. We also have an ultra black technology under the Sun Vision technology that has the ability to be able to pierce light right through it, produce a beautiful image outside on low, cheap, very, very affordable projectors. So what we're pushing in the next couple of weeks is we're flooding on every channel, so that way we can get it known that anytime you type in that abbreviation, we come up first as having the #1 gain. Yep. As for ambient light projection screens, well, if you feel at the end of the day, and I've watched your demonstrations, you're in these very dark environments, ambient light controlled, of course. If you feel you have the same thing we do, then come outside and play with us. But right now, we're not seeing anything. I've been all through YouTube. I've got people on YouTube looking right now trying to find ambient light projection technology, and I'm finding nothing. So, like I said, for some people think that it has nothing to do with gray screens. It's anything that runs ambient light projection. With your gray screen paints, you don't run that ALR technology. You don't have the capability for it. You run something under the gain process of original gain screens that came up. You run that 1.0, 2.0. You don't have 2.0, by the way. 3.0, no. Again, you wouldn't be in the dark if you had a 3.0 screen. You definitely wouldn't be in the dark with a 2.0. And Black Diamond is a 1.4. So again, like I said, that should tell you something right there. How's a Diamond a 1.4? And we got one of those to pick up in the garage with a 50 lumen projector with no problem. But we get a gray screen in there, and with all kinds of issues where that thing starts turning tan and orange and everything else on us. They don't work out too well. Another reason why your gain is very low, because when I put you against a 15%, that gray transparent screen, those are the ones I had outside. That's what a 15%er is. They can do that outside at 300 lumens. That screen alters and changes the color of a gray screen or any other screen that I use against it. Which I got to show more of that off. I think I'm going to show that off tomorrow. We'll do it against a gray screen, show what that thing does. Other than that, yeah. If anyone feels at the end of the day, well, just come outside and play with us at 50 lumens in direct sunlight. So yeah, it's no more about, at the end of the day, about about whether your screen's green or gray or whatever the freak it is. It comes down to your ambient light rejection. How powerful is your technology? So our technology is challenged in ambient light rejection. All of it. I'm a lyrical Jesse James. Now, if we take an ambient light rejection screen outside, we know we're going to hear from lawyers, left and right. We know we're going to hear from them. So the first thing they're going to say is, that screen had no business being outside because they're not designed for outside. Well, that says a lot right there. That means that Black Diamond, Elite Screens, the DMP Supernova, Vivistorm, all those big companies, if we email you and say, hey, look, can we take your sample outside? What am I going to get back from you? I'm going to get it back from you. We don't have those screens are not designed for outdoors. And if you're talking about the white screens from Elite Screens, the silver tickets, and the silver tickets, there's one of them. They can't go outside. Oh, Yardmaster. We tested that already, by the way. Been there, done it. They can't operate outside. Smaller surfaces, the only screens they have can operate outside are white screens, and we can crush that easy. That won't even show up out there. So what's left? Nothing. There's nothing left that can compete with our gain. There's nothing left. Certified screens don't go outside because they're going to tell us that right from the door. We don't do those screens outside. And the only screens they do have outside are white screens. So that's pretty much it. That's the end of it. We have the far more superior technology. Well, that was fast, wasn't it? So the next thing to do now is to stop doing these videos on YouTube so much and go to the forum sites like Projector Central. I got a bunch of people that are coming on board. They're going to be flooding those sites with our technology. I got different forum sites on Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be flooding them also too, showing them those demonstrations, showing our products out there that are far more superior than ambient light projection technology. So ALR is now obsolete. Now, what do you think customers want at the end of the day? You want to be trapped in a dark, ambient light controlled environment, high-powered, expensive projector you can't even properly use right? Or would you rather go outside and watch the football game at a 100-inch screen in your backyard or anywhere you want to go? You're not taking that $5,000, $7,000 per screen everywhere you go. It's stuck on that wall. That's where it's going to stay, in the dark. Well, we can go anywhere we want with that technology. So, there you go. That's what makes our technology far more superior. We can go anywhere we want to go. That's one of my favorite songs too. Saturday night. Saturday night. John Travolta. And mind you, that's real projection technology. Inside, if you think it's impressive, now mind you, this conversation isn't for people who make screen paint products. This has, you see what we did to his screen outside. You wouldn't survive it at all, period. Trust me, you wouldn't survive it. It would be a complete embarrassment just to put your hat in the ring. We take your screen paint out there, it'll disappear out there. If you're barely making it inside, what makes you think you can go out there at 9 o'clock? That black technology will eat you alive out there. So again, it's not about you. And we've taken you and put you up on the shelf over there, and that's where you're going to stay and collect dust. This is our conversation. It's for certified only, because they have the high gains and all that. Inside, this technology would crush you on so many levels. Because again, your screens, your high-end screens, and speaking to Screen Innovations, big company today, you can only do so much. Your screens require special projectors. Like if you use an ultra short throw projector, I have a special screen for that. I know it tested your stuff, and some of your stuff doesn't work on ultra short throw, and I had to order a special sample in order to work on ultra short throw only. So there's a problem right there. You're not dragging that screen outside. No, a $7,000 screen out in your backyard and hanging up. That's not going to happen. Those screens can't be submerged underwater. That technology can be submerged underwater. It's projector mapping application. Doesn't require 5 expensive projectors. I think the black screen by Black Diamond requires 8,000 lumens inside. Our technology requires 300 lumens outside. So that tells you right there the huge, massive gap we have between them and us. Who's going to spend $7 grand for a screen that their projector, they're going to have to spend a ton of money just to get the contrast to work on it. And they still can't be out there. So that means at the end of the day that y'all projection screens are obsolete. That's what it comes down to. And that's only 15% done. It's not even fully completed yet. So 15%, it has a record of reading outside at 50 to 300 lumens in direct sunlight. At 1,000 lumens, these things look unbelievable at 1,000. We're going to have a larger surface out that has some fun with it. We're going to have a 24 by 36 outside. To show you that we can watch movies. I actually watched Tron off of that thing outside in the daytime. So, that's it. Now, I know the naysayers, there's nothing to do with you. Do you make $7,000 screens? You make $5,000? You don't. You don't make any of that, period. You can barely make a screen paint correctly. This conversation and what we do from now on is for the big companies. That's what it is. When that thing completes itself, we're going to send a sample to each one of those companies with a video of what we did to their screens and exactly the advancement of our technology. And like I said, if that stuff can fire up outside at 50 lumens and go where it wants to go, imagine what they do inside. So that means the customer can come in, they can have the screen wrapped around inside their living room. They can have one in their kitchen with all the lights on, operating at 50 lumens with a small projector. You don't need that in there. They can have a screen in their garage. They can have a screen in their driveway. They can have a screen in their backyard, right dead in the center where all the sun hits it. They can have a screen right there and watch the game. Y'all can't do that. That costs the consumers a lot of money. So all my projectors I use in my demonstration, so we can show a track record of how we do things, is under 200 bucks. Who in the right mind is going to spend $5 for an ultra short throw projector and be stuck in the dark with that thing because your contrast over can't read correctly, and you got to calibrate that monster at the end of the day because it doesn't work right. So our battle at the end of the day, it's not with you great paint makers anymore. You don't have nothing for us, okay? Let's put it this way. I just crushed this paint on 3 different levels with that black technology and outside. It couldn't even pick up a contrast level next to our black screen paints. So that's the end of that. Their screen paints can pretty much wipe out the floor with all you products at the end of the day. And again, if I wanted to do damage, the 15%er can turn your screen an opposite color. Make it completely unwatchable. You wouldn't even recognize your own screen if you laid against one of those. So with that being said, our conversations from now on will be about ambient light projection screens only. That's it. That's pretty much it. I think the one fellow on eBay who said something about how high performance screens, and we'll be testing your product, by the way, to put it against our black technology. And the reason why is because you feel that high-end, high-performance screen paints are not equal to your product. So I'm going to show you the difference of what we do versus what you do. I will send him an email letting them know from the door that asking him again on what he said in his description about saying that there's no point in buying high-end paints because of this, that, and the other. I can't speak for everybody else, but I only speak for myself. So be it. We'll see exactly how it works out. Mind you, those things go outside, by the way, so we'll see. It's a great paint, by the way. It's going to do the same thing as all the gray certifieds do. They don't pick up contrast, the colors don't pick up, and then with the lighting we have in here, it's definitely going to throw it clean off because, again, I'm not going to put it against a cat blanket. We're not doing that because, again, you know, we're just doing a demonstration. The other one, on the other hand, he's a jerk. I definitely stuck him against a cat blanket because he made a lot of lies. Now, this guy did tell the truth in some ways about the product, but saying at the end of the day that high-performance screen paints would be a waste of time. This is where we have to fix that, correct that one right there. But as for his product, he did describe it exactly. Just that contrast of you're not reading next to our technology because you don't know we exist. That's the only one. That's it. I've already tested everybody else. We did goose screen. We did, matter of fact, I got goose screen's top screen, which was supposed to be like a kind of a charcoal gray or whatever. I think gray was. I think that's what it was. We did paint on screens. We did the light version. We did the white version. We did the charcoal gray version. We had all of them already. I got the unboxing videos right there. I've done everybody. So right now, the next thing now for us basically is ambient rejection, and that's what we're going against. Ambient rejection, the old ambient rejection, the ALR. Yeah, that stuff right there is done. Now, any influencers out there, you feel that I'm wrong on this? Pick a screen. We'll take it outside and see what happens to it. Burn, baby, burn. Just gonna burn out, burn, baby, burn. Mind you, I had this screen here and I had it right there in one of the demonstrations, right down in the open. On top of that, the certified screens. You're not front and rear technology. That one is front and rear technology. You don't even have black. And mind you, we have a color front and rear technology to read through sunlight. And our gunmetal technology, two forms of it. The one that paints on, knock out every certified screen we can put it against. And the new one that's coming out has front and rear technology. It absorbs sunlight at 50 lumens because the black ones can do it. That means that version can definitely do it because they're not actually black. They're shifting, but they're black. They're not black. Because again, it's sort of a dark gray. If a black screen can read outside of 3, easy. A gray one can do it with no problem. A gunmetal easy can do it. So we'll have the first gunmetal screen that both has front and rear capability, has way to absorb at 50 lumens outside in direct sunlight. There will be no other gunmetal screen that will have that capability. And that'll be next week. You'll get a chance to see it. Out there, playing in the sun. Here comes the sun, bum 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 bum. Thought to be out of the category. I'm so happy to be out of that category. You have no idea. To be labeled in with those paints and those screens at the end of the day, them dark freaking environments, I'm so glad to be clear of that mess. You have no idea. You know, you're trying to develop something better, and everybody behind you is doing the same dumb demonstration in a dark environment. You see what happened? We went on YouTube yesterday. Same thing. Dark environment, dark and washed out screens, and oh man, that fiasco at Circus, I'm so sick of it, man. I'm so glad to be far away from that mess now. We got our own world. This is our world of being. Play in the daytime. Away from everybody else. Don't to be labeled with them anymore. We have the first daytime, real daytime projection screen. It's great to be separated. And you don't want that. When we get our show book, that's music when we play in the background. Go anywhere I want. I've got the power. And that's 50 lumens. Those are 50 lumen reads. Power. So we're going to do Sunday, we're going to do 1,000 lumens outside, 24 by 36 big surface. This is where it gets embarrassing, gentlemen. That's the indoor screen. That's the indoor technology on that thing. You got a light. Look at this. How crazy that is. That sucker has a light with a 6K bar light attached to it. This stuff is so freaking powerful that we stuck it up to the 24,000 in the ceiling with a halo system embedded into it. Does nothing to it at all. Not a thing. So they can absorb this screen. This is the screen right here. When you're sitting outside, this is the larger version of the tile. And that thing can absorb outside at 50 lumens in direct sunlight. You know what that thing does inside? Yeah, all that being the dark environment out the window, out the window. No more of that nonsense. Finally, get the chance to open up your windows and turn your home into what's supposed to look like. So it looking like a cave all day long because you're afraid to turn your lights on because your screen will wash out. And that's front projection technology, which is transparent front projection, which is the same technology, almost similar to the LGs that have that ability that you can look right through the screen. That one has that capability. They look incredible. That's front projection. When you saw the side, it's back projection. Bam! Yes. Naysayers, I'm not mentioning this. The reason why, I'm explaining this to you. We're not mentioning naysayers anymore. You're done. You're past, history, prehistoric, done. It's it, forgotten. That's what we're putting you on the top shelf. I'm sorry, bottom shelf, under the sink. Usually way in the back where no one touches anything, just sticks, but we're going to stick you back there. Because from now on, when I address my demonstrations are for certified ambient light rejection ALR. That's it. It has nothing to do with you anymore. So cry all you want. No one hears you at all. You don't develop the technology we're talking about that we're going against, you don't make it. You don't have it. That means at the end of the day, not only are you obsolete, but you have now become an old broken dinosaur. That's what you are. You're just wallowing in the tar pits, just waiting to be basically just covered and whoop, disappear. Sooner or later there'll be a metal over top with that landfill used to be, or actually that tar pit used to be, beautiful trees, well, you'll be forgotten. That's what's going to happen to you. Because now our attention's not towards you anymore, it's toward ambient light projection technology. ALR, which you don't have. Which, one of them stated on their website, they don't have it. Remember that? Get on a container too. You don't have it. So with that being said, and that range gain crap at the end of the day, well, guess what? That person couldn't back that up. You know, you're supposed to have a couple of dozen videos on showing that stuff actually works. You know, you don't get to get on camera and say out of your mouth that you have this range gain, and people are going to be stupid enough to buy this stuff thinking they're going to get 2 gains out of a screen paint when even the owner himself doesn't even know what it is. But Fernando, I'm not Fernando, Danny, you made a statement that I know what I was talking about, right? Interesting. Didn't know what I was talking about. Difference between me and you, Rogers, is when I say something, I back it up 100%. When you guys say something, you can't back it up. We have to come in and crush your stuff for you and then basically go about our business. He's not making FLE technology. You can't even make your own stuff right now. You got the power. They're mad. They're mad. Look at that Tron outside. Didn't I just mention Tron a few minutes ago? We did. Now, once the power pack gets here, I plan to be all over Allentown, over here, over there, with the 24 ounce. The 24 by 36, the big screen. I plan to be everywhere with that. So you can see demonstrations over here, but go anywhere I want to screen. Once I get the custom PC built with the screen inside, I'm taking it anywhere I want to go. Range gain. Please, give me a break. Phony gains. 2.0 and a great screen paint. Phony, not real. You got a 0.80, 0.85 gain. Are you freaking kidding me? I know how high that is. And you can't even you can't do that. You don't have it. Bam. Where are we going with that? Well, off our video screen for a minute. Unexpected move, yeah. ILEG. Bam! ILEG, that's us right there, outside. So yeah, that's where we're directing our energy at now. So I'm doing some really short videos outside. We're gonna go to forum sites, start lighting it up. So we are challenging now ALR. So we're challenging now. against our new ambient light rejection technology. And for any company that say, well, we got the highest, come outside and play with us. Can't wait to do the commercials where I tell you the kid running out and tell me, hey, can the lead screens come out to play? I'm sorry, we don't play out in the sun. We just shut the door slowly. Kids are all looking out the window watching us play around the sun. Yeah! Yeah, we're gonna have fun like that. Yeah, so that's what we're challenging now. That's it. It doesn't make a difference if the screen's gray, blue, whatever it is. It's ambient light rejection versus ours. Hey, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? That's what it's about now. So yeah, all the other people we don't care about. If you're on there crying about we don't care. You have to be outside in order for us to actually look your way. So that's what you're going to have to do. That's our black technology on a $50 projector. Sorry, $60 projector. That'll put any gray screen to shame. Now, like I said, I don't care at the end of the day. But if I wanted to, my eBay listing's still sitting there. If I wanted to, I can go on eBay and I can shut eBay down with this technology right there. There's 24,000 in that ceiling that's hitting that screen. That's outside at 300 lumens. I can watch that from across the street. It reads the exact same thing as a cell phone. White screens couldn't even compare to it. They don't even exist next to it. Dual halo system, 12,000, plus the 24 in the ceiling. Matches cell phones outside. So if you want to challenge our black technology, that's what you'll be up against. Meanwhile, I think I'm going to start doing some demonstrations on the 15%er, which we have to now get it a name. You can't use a 15%er, it has some kind of name for it. So I'm looking for something that has a name that's designed for drawing light or absorbing other light. The only thing I can think of is a black hole, but that's about as close as you're going to come to basically it's going to absorb all the light around it. See, y'all inside in the dark. We're doing this stuff. So that's why we don't consider ourselves to be in the same boat as you guys. The problem we have is that you guys had this habit of coming and saying we're the same thing as you. And that you could save people lots of money if you bought from these guys. And they would charge you $60 or whatever. But they're not doing my demonstrations at the end of the day. So how do we basically separate ourselves from that crap at the end of the day? We go outside and play. So now we can do things out there you can't go. Make that claim you have the same thing I have at the end of the day. You can't even back it up. You can't even back your own stuff up. So we're in a whole different category now of ambient light rejection technology. We have the first screen that can operate outside at 50 lumens, anywhere we want to go. And you're stuck in a dark environment in a house with a birthday candle affect the environment. So, like I said, let the customers decide where they want to be at. Where they want to spend their money at the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in a dark environment with a high-powered, expensive projector that's going to be forced to calibrate at the end of the day because it doesn't freaking function correctly in the environment. God forbid if you can't get that thing to work in that environment, you definitely won't be taking it outside. So why in the summertime and companies at the end of the day are going to be stuck with white screens and they can't get those things to fire up until 8 and 9 o'clock, and even after that we can still crush that with our screen paint with no problem. Imagine what these things do outside. Oh, you're seeing it right now. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So we got everything covered. Our technology now has the ability to be able to expand to any form of format we want. Anything from gaming to advertisement to whatever we want at the end of the day. And now since we've conquered the sun, we can go anywhere we want. We have no boundaries, no limitations. Don't be stuck inside. That's what I love about getting up and doing my demonstrations. I'm not stuck inside. You ever notice I've done more demonstrations out there than in here now? Then I'm gonna be out. I can be outside, running around, having fun. Watch my demonstrations, sit out there and get something to eat and something, just enjoy myself. Boom. And everybody else on YouTube is inside. The screens are also too fantastic for visual effects. Sun in the sky, ain't a cloud in the sky. It's not raining, don't you know? It's a beautiful day. True freedom, people. Freedom to go anywhere we want, and that means if we can go anywhere I want, you can go anywhere you want. So now you can open up those curtains, brighten up that environment, let that sun kick in there, and let that environment breathe, for goodness sakes. Instead of being with the blackout curtains and all that stuff, sitting in the dark, because your colors are going to wash out. Watch this. Boom! That's an invisible black contrast. Bam! 24,000. 24,000! The ceiling hitting that screen. That's nothing compared to when we play outside. So I'm going to take that surface outside, I'm going to go anywhere I want. I'm going to go to the baseball field, go anywhere I want. Leave no boundaries. Everyone I told about this who saw that screen said, yeah, imagine being in your backyard watching the game at 150 inches. They just smile. I see a smile on their face. Because they do with those white projection screens. Their stuff is washed up. They hate it. Now again, like I said, for the other people, you can't call you competition because you forget it. But how are you going to sell your products? You're going to advise your customers to buy an expensive projector to fix your problem? We don't. Our projectors are under $200. So contest. There's really no contest. In the sky. There ain't a cloud in the sky. I love it. Ooh, what's that? Oh, this guy at the end of the day. It says 3D print is pretty good. But, unfortunately, my friend, phone call was made today. It was already taken care of today. Everything was taken care of today. Oh, everything was updated. So, yeah, it's going to be taken care of. He did some things he shouldn't have did. It's got to be taken care of. Got to be addressed. See, now, if you came here and did that instead, but you can't sell that stuff. If you sell that stuff, you can get in trouble because, again, it's licensed material. That's why. And it's under the trademark violation. You can't do that. Of course, you should all know that. Everybody knows that one already. Everybody knows you can't copy Nike, Versace, Gucci, Tommy Hill. You can't do any of that. Because, again, that belongs to other people at the end of the day. So that Gundam head at the end of the day belongs to Bandai. They have the rights to that. You don't have the right to sell their product, and they could throw you in jail for that. See? And it's the problem they're talking about from the door. Already, I told you, and why they're having all this immigration problem back and forth, because they're saying that there are these kind of people that come over and rob and steal and rip off Americans. And look, right there. Now, if he's giving them away, you can do that. You can give them away all day long. You can. Can't get in any trouble for it because you're just giving it away. But if you're selling it and they don't get a piece of that action, there you go. Now, we got people in the room at the end of the day who don't understand how the real world actually functions. You really just don't. You understand? Because you'll argue with me about this at the end of the day. I'm like, why are you arguing with me about this? You know you can't do that. You know you can't go out and start a store with all Nike products in it, all bootleg Nike that you made yourself. You can't do that. You get arrested for that. Because you don't have the right to do that. So why are you going to say that other people have the right to do it? Now, if he made his own stuff up, then yeah. But see, that's interesting. So you make your own stuff up. And say somebody comes along and sells your stuff without asking permission. And you'd be upset about that, wouldn't you? Somebody's bootlegging your stuff and trying to sell it. But you were doing it to other people. There you go. Can't do that. Oh yeah, problem we have with him, already taken care of. I got an appointment with the FBI. Got to go meet it with them pretty soon. I think it's next week. And bring over my documents, and they'll go from there. They have to bring the unit down. Fortunately, he didn't do anything right with his life when he got here. Look at that. 300 lumens outside pickup. I got 6 companies already asking me to buy out, sell out already from the demonstrations. One's asked me how much do we want. I could take this on Shark Tank and make a ton of money off of it. Because it's unheard of. The screens they got in there are white. You're going to be walking there with this. As a matter of fact, I had an opportunity to go to Shark Tank. I can pull my own email up. From, where was it from? I can pull my own email, basically for Digital One. That was from Shark Tank. I turned it down because I had a global contract, that's why. I should have took it. I should have went in, I could have got publicity off of it. Even if I didn't do anything, I could have got publicity off of it, but I didn't do it that way. And I had some people, what about Shark Tank? No. Never, ever Shark Tank. Shark Tank doesn't do people right. They don't. They make that product seem like it's not worth anything, and then throw you a couple of bones at the end of the day and say, hey, we're giving you something, but technically you'll be working for them. We don't need Shark Tank. We're good. We got something we call investors. And the first outside daytime projection screen. Yeah! I can't wait until tomorrow, man. I want to go back out. I'm going with the 300 limit tomorrow. Doing the 300 limits. I did 1,000 limit. I should do 1,000 tomorrow. What big surface we have? We can go out there and play with. Should we take the big one? I'm gonna take the big surface with me. I'd rather take the big surface with me. Yeah, we're taking the big surface. We're getting big surface, 1,000 limits in the big surface out tomorrow. Definitely doing that. Until like 7 o'clock in the morning, so that way we don't get killed by the heat. I'm taking that and the other one. Let me get myself packed up and ready, what I'm going to need to take up tomorrow. I want a much bigger surface. I'm taking the big surface with me tomorrow. We're going out tomorrow. I'm taking the, where's the 1,000 limit projector there? Oh, right there. This tomorrow. Taking old faithful out. I got enough stuff on my pack. Charge my battery, camera. Yeah, I want a much bigger image now. Ain't that right? Couple biscuits. Okay. And I had one guy talking about, oh, you must be dude. I literally, you see that technology we have? We are the only ones who have this stuff now. The forum sites don't even know about us yet, which you're about to find out in a couple of days. They got 10 people coming on to flood videos on there. They're going to know exactly who the freak we are. So yeah, but first I want to get these bigger shots tomorrow. I want much bigger shots of this. So that means anyone can take my sample sheets. When we do the sample sheets or anything, you can take that sample sheet outside and hit it with a projector and it'll push right through, just like we do here in the videos. So yeah, we're going to make a killing out of this. I'm so excited about this whole new adventure. I'm not, don't care at all, trust me. The only thing I care about right now is basically getting our technology out there, getting it noticed, and we're good to go after that. I can buy 16, 30, 40, or 50 of the Aston Martins if I want those cars in there. I'm going to be super rich off of this. And I've got companies already inquiring, like they want to give us money right now to give them the stuff now. But I'm not doing that. Because if I do that, I don't get a chance to build the rest of the stuff I got to build. I got gamer technology. I want to show up those fluorescent screens. Oh, we're doing that at nighttime. Those screens are sick at the end of the day. I can't tell you about them too much, but when you see them, trust me, they're one of a kind. They stand out. They definitely do. They're going to be mostly highly for gamers at the end of the day. Well, you can use it for anything you want, but mostly gamers. All right, I'm definitely taking this with me. Do we have, let me see. Do we have, so one day when I'm sitting up there, getting that interview about how it all started, and I'm giving all glory to God, I will remember to mention you individuals who try to take it from me. Definitely, it's going to be in my book. That's our final form screen. That's what you're looking at. It's our final form. It means we hit the top. We're done. Which means now we can engineer from this, but there's really nothing else like behind this. It's doing what Omegas were supposed to do. So this thing overpowered the Omegas were supposed to be to do that. They were supposed to have the ability to generate outside of anywhere we wanted to go. We got it ahead of time. I'll get these in my bag tomorrow too. No, I don't need the bag. We need the bag? We need the bag. We need the bag on Sunday. We need the bag on Sunday. That means my customers, man, you can go to the beach. You go to the beach and watch this. Oh man, this is the whole thing on basically the screen on the go. Because we don't need that anymore. Because that thing would take over. The portable screens are nice and all, but technically we don't need them. Like the one I just have right here, we don't need it. And the reason why we don't need it is because that screen literally goes anywhere it wants to go. So we have to design a flex. We're going to design a flex screen that you can take out, goes on a stand, and you can take it anywhere you go. We're going to have to build something like that. Because, I mean, you can go camping, whatever, that thing will do everything. So that's what we need to do. We need to design some kind of portable flex screen, has a stand, clicks on the bottom, and you can watch movies on it anywhere you want to go. So guess what? We don't need that anymore. So I'll just give it to my sister because I don't need it anymore. All right, so all right, I'll take this screen out, and we got the water bottles to hold it up. Yep. I thought about that. We don't need to have it. We don't need to have it anymore. So I'm just going to give that away to my sister. She can have it. Because I was going to make that the portable screen, but we don't need it. That has limitations because, again, it doesn't have this coating on it. That has a limitation attached to it. These don't. I'll give it to my sister, she can have it. That's a 15% right there. So I'm going to go out in the park. I'm going to, once we get the machine in, I'm going to go to some other places I want to go. But I do want to go some places. And I got a couple of friends of mine who's going to beta test our screen for us. They're going to go take it camping and all this stuff with it and everything. So they like it and stuff. They got that RV set up over there. which you're going to be showing them off some of the demonstrations in their parking lot. So they can come out. We can set up, because there's an RV section over there, and I want to design screens for the RVs. So we can basically put the screens, set them up, put the 50 lumen out there, and boom, they can watch the whole demonstration right out there. So we can fire up out there in their own parking lot. Just imagine what we can do basically with setting up their RVs that with one little 1,000 lumen projector, or 800 lumen projector, or 600 lumen projector. We'll do that easily. You know, instead of having that box. I know I put this box somewhere in here. Where did you put it at? It should be over here somewhere. Where did I put the box? It's a little small little box. I need to put my projector on. It's so here, but it needs to be a little bit closer. Yeah, tell me about it. I gotta have them losing stuff all the time. Like, where did I put the box at? But yeah, I can have all my investors just meet me in a parking lot and we just fire up the screen right there. Because, I mean, if you're going to see it, you might as well see it wide, spread out in the open, right? Oh, here it is. I got this right there. I got something on top of it. So, squeeze the one. I'm taking the surface, the big surface, that, and the 2 large water bottles up and use to hold it up. Where are they at? One's here. Getting this one ready. I got this. Put that right here so the pad will leave out. Let's see, where's that one? Here. There. There are 7. I don't think we're getting cooked. I'll give you some footage on that one. And Sunday I'll get footage on the other one. Alright, let me see. I need an adapter piece. We're gonna run it through here. There's one through here. Box. Oh, we're not plugged in. That would help her. That would help. I really wish you would listen to the crease in the assist letter. I really would do. I really wish you would. You've never had to go down this road, people. You know that? People just go their different directions, mind their own business. See, I picked up brighter than the box. Box is coated in our screen paint. I literally picked up brighter than the box. Where is my... I don't have it on here. Where is it? I just put it on the floor. Did I? Oh, right. Let's see. This. Here? Nope. But definitely I need another one for that one. Here. Pass me by. That's the black technology you saw aside. The smaller version, the sample sheet we showed, that pretty much 300 lumens was able to eat right through that thing. They're front and rear. Got to show these off more. 4K snow screensaver. What's that? Any white screen. White screen. Let me see. Where is it at? I gotta learn to start putting my samples up. Let me see, not there. Maybe so. "4K snow screensaver." Turns it orange. The white levels are way off. That's a black technology that's doing that. At 300 lumens. Can't read anywhere on the screen because the screen generates black. Well, I'm curious. That's the black paint or black paint. That's some black technology. That is the ultra black cinematic. To make statements that you can turn that screen unwatchable, impossible. Red screen. Colors on that technology are outstanding, which means that you can't read color next to it. Now mind you, we're still partially lit in this environment. We're not fully lit yet. Our technologies, our new gain, Infusion Light Energy Gain. Our gray screen can't keep up to that. At 300 lumens. Let's see. Blue screen. No ads. Hey. Infusion. In the center. Can't read next to any of them. Red screen. See? Don't read. Starfield screensaver. Let me see what I can say for Starfield, honestly. That's what you should be seeing in these great demonstrations. You should be seeing straight contrast levels, but like you're seeing, they skip all that. Show you a lot of bright colors on there, dark environment, you know, usual nonsense. We don't show you this. That's what you're supposed to be seeing. You're supposed to be seeing that and a fully lit environment showing the contrast level. And you're not supposed to be using high-powered inky projectors for you to make you think you're seeing that at all. Camouflage dark environments or calibrating colors to try to fool you. Because it's fine, if that projector is calibrated and the environment set in a dark environment, what did you just buy? Because you bought something that's not going to work in your environment. Definitely not. That's what you bought, right there. Alright. Gray screen? Let me see. Let's see, we got that one taken like that. Bottles are always done. I need to take this cord different. We need this. Yeah, that's how they trick you. Simple blank. Take in a dark environment, just like this. Turn any light. Say, hey, look, you get a contrast level. Definitely don't want this one back. That's a good one. All right, take it there. Put the brackets for this side? I can't see any lights on for this stuff. There we go. See better. That's why we don't consider ourselves to be in the category of these gray paints at the end of the day. I don't care what color you are, we're not in your category because you can't even operate in here. So why would I put you in our category? What you doing? I'm watching you slink in. I just added that in there because, you know, At the end of the day, we'll still have people on the gray paint side screaming and yelling, even though they don't go outside or use fully lit environments to begin with, that how they feel they're equal to us. You don't survive in here. We're not even outside. I'm just using the lighting in the environment, that's all. You can't read. Walls in here are gray, by the way. And you don't read them here. Alright, let me see. I'm missing the adapters. That's what I'm missing. That's the last thing I need is those adapters. So like I said before, it doesn't work. So how in the world would you be to compare our new gain technology when we're outside? You can't take that outside. It doesn't work. We've done it already. Doesn't make a difference. Anyone sits there and says, well, you know, my product's different from his. Well, maybe so, but you still do the same thing. You can't take that thing outside. You would be in our game category. Let me see. I need the which one? What is free adapters for this thing? If you need the adapters, please tell me to put adapters back. I got a dang habit of not putting stuff back where it belongs. Oh man, this is not good. Can't know what I'm doing with it. Never good for Mr. Pro. You're supposed to losing stuff. Okay. I'm now looking for my adapter piece. I definitely want to move back to work. I can't find it. Alright. Oh, got it in my pocket. Wow, that's just fantastic. In my pocket. Well, this picture should be it. $8K desired nature. They'll take it as always. No, it is what it is. Can't argue with something that's true, okay? Because meanwhile, while you're arguing about something that you want to back up for just the sake of it, you're costing your customers money. Because again, they're the ones that are going to be going in to buy this stuff from you, and you're on YouTube arguing that it works, and you know technically it doesn't work. You're just arguing because of us. That's all. That's where you got yourself caught up in consumer fraud. Because they spent their time arguing with us, saying that, hey, we had the same thing, and they didn't have it. They were just lying on camera to just show it off to us. But you had open shopping carts that had PayPal attached to it. Consumer fraud. That's what you did. What are you going to do? Start telling your customers that you operate outside now on the same hours we do? Come on now, you can't do that. That's a bunch of phony baloney. And you don't know, that's a refusal right there. No story behind that paint. It was sent back to us by the owner. So that tells you right there. No. Make it up. That's the best you're going to get on that menu. That's it. And for some people, oh, but the menu that's not black. That's great. That menu's actually black. This is how they rip you off. So you're reading the black 100% black level. What you're reading. Look at that. 100% everything. You're getting 100% black. Look at the contrast of you. Look at the difference between a black level here. That's not even black. I swear, if you can't tell the difference between black and gray, you should not be driving. Unless another car accident. It's not black. See now? There you go. That's black. But I see that a lot. I see that whole gray background on a white surface. And look, you're picking up a contrast level. See, you're picking it up. Picks up a black level. No, it's not. Sorry, people. But no, if you bought a gray screen or a white screen on that right there alone, you got ripped off. You don't have any black at all. You don't pick up color correctly. I don't care how much money you spend for your projector, you still can't do it. When you go up to the people brag about how much they spent for the projector, take it outside. Stick that thing next to the window. Pull the blinds all the way up. Do it at 9 o'clock in the morning when that sun's pushing right through. Show 'em what you got. Nope, there you go. And you have all the excuses, but screens weren't meant to be. Well, whatever. That's your opinion. You paid all that money for it. I'm going to spend like 12 grand for a projector and I can't get it to work in a 4-lit environment. You know? Now I do that because, again, you know, we get great screens that say, hey, we can do the same thing he's doing. You can't operate in here. How would you go outside? Alright, everything I need. There's the coins with you, can't take coins with you. All that, the adapters there, all that's there, good to go. Let's see, we had that in the bag. We didn't have it in the bag. Where is it? We had it in the bag, I'm not sure. Let me see. I know I took it out. That adapter piece. That. Here. Turn that off. Okay, work. Let me see. What did we just do with the adapter piece? We need that to run the other projector. We have to have that on us. I know I took everything out. I'm trying to remember where I put everything at. Damn it. See, this is the stuff I gotta go through. You'd think I'd have all my cables and wires put up somewhere, right? Yeah. I just shove them in the first place I see. Let's run into that problem. Let's see, where are you? Let me see here. That's extension cord, so that's a definite no. But here it is right here, I found it. Very wrong place to be at. If I need to find my wires, I need to be in a certain place. That's perfect. Don't you know? That's definitely not it. Come on, man. Yeah, just come running out like, what trouble can I get into? Automatically. The minute he basically hears something being set up, he comes out. No, no, no. I know you, buddy. I know. Come on. Inside. I know you from the door. What you gonna do? Nobody wants to see that. But you minute. He's in there chilling, and the minute he hears something being said, he comes running out. Nope, I don't think you get in any trouble today. Look at me licking your kibbles and bits on camera. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. It's weird. I lick his kibbles and bits somewhere else, but not in front of the camera. Alright, so I'm taking this with me. This is all set to go. Over there. I should have a stretching cord on the honest. I should have one over. Put that there. Shine brightly. Don't you know? And you're thinking every time. What? Oh. Now I know what that was for. Well, gee whiz. I'm gonna put that away so quickly if I had knew basically what we're going to be using that for. I'll do that. In here. This is the short one or the long one? It looks to be the short one. Reach. And keep yourself out of trouble, man. You're always up to something. No sooner than I basically hook that up, I'm like, here he comes. Here he comes that fast. Figure out exactly what trouble I can get myself into today. Oops, sorry. Stepping on the cord and dropping you guys, bring you guys with me. Let me see. Are we on that one or are we on the other one? Have a look. Source we're supposed to hit. Let's see. Well, I'm on the wrong source. There we go. See? Just operate just like that. See how fast you set that up? No calibrating on that stuff. Done. That's it. That's all we got to do. No dark environments, none of that crap. I'm not going to be dealing with that nonsense. This is our black screen paint, by the way. Let me fire up online. Turn it to the side. Got me thinking every time. Actually, no rehearsed environment. That's one of the problems you have. These rehearsed environments, man. Because then, they can't just do that. They got to set everything up just right, calibrate the projector, bring in the lighting, darken it a little bit, lighten a little bit. And they got to go do all that fiasco nonsense, that circus ride nonsense. You can't go in here and just set something up and be done. Nice beautiful light we got over there. There we go. And see, this is the beautiful thing that I explained. And this is where the other people get upset about this. You can scam all you want. Because this technology is going to be on display everywhere. I'm all over Allentown with this stuff. And people walk up and see this stuff, these screens fire up everywhere. Yeah, that's going to be a little hard to do when I'm everywhere with this stuff. So unless I've got the ability to be able to brainwash people with my mind, that means I'm a superhero. Now, if I'm a superhero, I would not be doing this at the end of the day. I'd be ruling the world because I would have that power to do so. But since I'm not a superhero, I'm just an everyday human being, that means that technology works. Now, like I said, some of you went out and said vicious things about it. This is going to mean the difference between you going home and seeing your family and watching your kids grow up and it not happening. Or you owing us millions of dollars and you don't have and going broke. But I can do that easily. Just like I do it here, I can do it anywhere I want. If it's on that technology. This is different. This is the screen paint. Yep. So how does that whole camera thing work? I'm curious. How do we do that? Where do you get the software to manipulate real time and be able to do that? I'm curious how that works. And then for those who made statements about we need high-powered machines today, really? In sunlight? I mean, you made these statements. Mind how bad this is going to be for you in court. You made these statements on your YouTube channel about saying you had our products, and you said that you were in these really dark environments saying our stuff don't work. And we have technology that reads through sunlight? Okie doke. I'm just saying it that way because it's the same when we look at you in court. I mean, look around, just look at you and go, I hope you're not attached to any of that stuff. I'm going to take it from you. Don't get mad about it. It's going to happen. Yeah, don't just making those statements, right? There you go. Now, if I'm a scammer, all my stuff shouldn't work, right? I shouldn't be operating outside. I shouldn't be operating in here. None of my stuff should work. I'm supposed to be fake, right? It's going to cost you a lot of money. A lot. I guarantee you one thing. That when we put that claim on you in court, because we're going to challenge you in court about what you said. When my lawyers challenge you in court, those numbers you're going to see on that document, I guarantee you, there's so many zeros and comments in there, you're literally going to pee yourself a little. You're going to wet yourself a little bit. It's going to be a lot of money you're going to owe me. And you're going to have to pay it. You know why? Because you're on YouTube. We got videos of you. Certain, not the ones we're talking about. We got some other people we found. So I'm talking to all of y'all. All of you. And I just want all of you. Don't pee yourself a little. I guarantee it's going to be that bad. The fact that you're going to have to pay that kind of money and you don't have it, we know you don't have it, but you're going to have to figure something out. Because when those debt collectors get to your place of business or wherever you're at, they're going to design to take it all. You got yourself in that situation because you went out and made these comments because why? You were jealous of Mr. Bird and his work. Now you got to pay. I say, I tell you this way, I'd rather be broke and on the streets with nothing to be in the prison system. That's how bad it is. Some of you got to face that. Now, go run your mouth about this too and see what we do to you. Because you already got enough problems already. Here's the thing. To know the future is a good thing. We know our future at the database is high-end technology. We're going to make a ton of money off it. We know that from the door. But to know the future that if you were doing things that you weren't supposed to be doing and you know that this is going to catch up to you, that's what you have to worry about. About what paperwork is being documented, about what judges were what courtrooms we're going to, about what lawyers are being hired, and what information and who we know and where we know where you're at. That's what you'll have to worry about. Because you can think at the end of the day, well, I did some dirt against this guy and he probably doesn't know, but there's a 100% chance we do know you. We just haven't said it on camera. Sometimes the surprise is the best thing. And then it makes my investors interested because they think, wow, these people were willing to go to jail for his product at the end of the day. Man, they must have been really threatened by it. They were. Extremely threatened by it. I want to check out Fish Tank. Oh, here we go. That's our bright technology. Yep. We got 6 people made a claim that this screen came out too dark. That has a $1 million policy sitting on it. You know we're going to do this in the courtroom? We're going to paint my screen in. Yep, we got your video showing you making the statement that you had our product, claiming that it came out that dark, and you're going to paint my screen in. And it better match what you have posted on your YouTube channel, or that's going to cost you a lot of money. This is the funny thing about lawsuits, is that people think at the end of the day, because you don't have the money, they can't sue you. They don't care. You understand that part? They'll sue you for millions of dollars, knowing you can't pay it out. It's the debt will crush you in the process. You won't be able to go anywhere. You'll be flagged just about anywhere you go. You'll come up in the system, you owe incredible amounts of money. And no one will touch you with a 10-foot pole. Most likely you will become a host without a soul. That's what you'll become. No one will touch you with a 10-foot pole. So that's what happens. But they don't care about that. It doesn't make a difference to them whether you have the money or not. They're going to sue you. It's like the tree effect. Well, I told you about how the tree is, how the lawsuits, how they kick off. You know, right? Depending on how big and how wide the tree is, can you escape it? And you run as far as you can. If this lawsuit is big enough, you'll still get crushed by it. If you run from the left, you'll get crushed if you run from the right. You have to file for Chapter 11. And then you'll have somebody telling you for the rest of life that you pass off this earth what you can do with the little bit of money you have left. If they feel you don't need it, you ain't having it. You get an inheritance, it's mine. You win the lottery, it's mine. Your tax return, mine. Your paycheck, I can garnish it. You'll be working for me. Even if you go to jail and you get a little job on the side and make some money, mine. You owe me money. You have to pay me. That's why people freak out when they get sued. Unless you got some rich friends laying around and can offer that money up, then yeah, we'll work with that, no problem. We're going to want that. And if a year goes past from the lawsuit, we want the interest too. That's why you don't say things you can't back up. Till then, too much jealousy got you at the end of the day. Now, I was in here just talking about our products. Remember, I was in here talking about our amazing screen paint, showing you videos, and I just, boom, just do this out of nowhere, because I can do that. You can imagine in court, I can drop down. You made a statement about a company saying that we use high power projectors. I just drop down to 300 lumens for fun. I'll go outside and just do something at 50 lumens and push it to a black screen. Can you imagine how badly that's going to make you go where you look? I'm going to embarrass the daylights out of your attorney. I'm going to embarrass him so badly that he's going to look at you and he's going to walk out of that courtroom. That's how badly I'm going to embarrass your attorney. At the end of the day, at the court, you're like, where do I get that from? Like, I want a screen like that. I got a white screen in my backyard. I guarantee you I'll have that conversation with him. I got a white screen in my backyard right now. I can't get it to work. Like, it just doesn't pick up or anything. Like, can you help me? Let me help you out with that. So your attorney that you have that's going to try to fight your claim is going to end up buying one of our screens. Oh, man. Darn, that's a crazy. Look at this thing. How amazing this screen looks. Oh, by the way, that projector cost me $16.25. Wait. Let's have some fun with this. I don't get a chance to walk around this thing and play around with it too much. Let's shrink this down a little bit. We can go anywhere you want. Ooh, bam, pick up. Ooh, let's go over here. Let's go outside for a bit. Let's go out in the hallway. I want to see if I can see this thing. I'm going to open up the door. Look at that. Bam, right against the wall. Look at this. Bam, 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 bam. See that slither? Pick up from top to bottom. You can still see it, can't you? Meanwhile, your gray screens can't even fire up in here. They wash out at 300 lumens. Oh, man. Ultra short those kissing screens, and you still can't see the screen. That's pretty bad. Now, for those who are curious what we're using our Epson S6 power light. Doesn't even have an HDMI port on the back of the thing. $16, and we could do that. Bam! Isn't that beautiful? Yep. Meanwhile, they're sitting at $3,300 projector. All that power. I've seen a lot with Epsons, Samsungs. Y'all got all these powerful projectors. Y'all can't do this. So it comes down to that jealousy thing. That's what it comes down to. It has a 180-degree viewing angle. What the freak that just happened to my camera? Hold on for a minute. I hit something on here. Oh, great. What is this? Sorry, I'm not camera. As I control stuff on my phone, I'm not even camera worthy at that. I don't even know how to operate. What do we got here? What is going on with this thing? What is this? There's also something called green popped up. Don't know what this is. What is this? Not that. That's weird. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure this mess out because again, like I said, I've had this phone for a long time and I didn't even, what does this do? Is this something like an option or something? Let me see. No, we don't need that. I need to figure out what this thing did. What does this do? Well, that's different. That's interesting. How do we get it back to where it was? Show video. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that. You can just cancel the video out right there. You can just stop right there. All right, so, okay. What did we do here? Oh, that's crazy. Didn't even know you could do all that stuff. See, that's what I said. If you sit there and say that I'm using software on my phone, yeah, right, good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. When I buy my phones, the only thing, people work with their phones with all this gadgets and telephone. I don't do that. My phone does one thing. All it does is basically make phone calls, and I record on it, and I watch movies on it. That's it. I don't get into all that stuff with my phone itself. Did you know your phone can do that? I have a pen on my phone at the bottom that I've never used at all, period. I don't know the purpose of using a pen at the bottom of my phone. I don't see why at all, period. But I have one. These phones have pens on the bottom. So to say that I'm using all this software on my phone, yeah, right. I barely ever use my phone to play any games on it at all, period. The ones on machines at the end of the day that I play with are these big boys over here. That what I know. But phones and all that stuff, the faction and all that stuff, no. I can do that with machines over here. I don't need all that. There we go. And if it was like, ooh, but I saw the settings. Again, I'm outside. It's impossible to do that. But if you're willing to put up a couple $1 million on that statement, let's go to court. Don't run your mouth and talk. Let's back it up. Let's go to court and do it. You can hold my camera if you want. Oh, bona, badida, machida, adida. What we got here? Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum. And so, Black City Skyline, stop coming out of there, frame. I do that myself, the frame. There we go. Boom. See, full contrast level in a full environment. Oh, shoot, go back in there. Like how that had the whole city run through. See how beautiful that looks? And all this light? See, you should be able to read that, but no problem. Especially on your office short room. You're literally married to the screen, and you can't read it. That little tan level that comes up all the time, that's because the screen's not reading the contrast correctly. That's what that is. If you're picking up any of that tannish on the screen, that means your contrast is not reading. And if you have to turn out the lights, that's the first red flag. If you have to turn out the lights to get your contrast to look better, that's the first red flag that your screen does not work. why you're in a dark environment to begin with. Why? Why are you in there? Why? I just said I plugged it in for fun, you know, because we like to have kicks and giggles over here. That's what we do. We like to show off our technology. Let's get some of that light in there from the ceiling too. Oh, got to get both in at the same time. And you see how bright that city comes up? And all that beautiful bright light, and then that 100% black contrast and all this lighting we have in here? That's what your screen's supposed to be doing right now. I'm going to do back-to-back 235.1s in here because we get the pounds to do 235.1s back-to-back in here. I'm going to do a stretch 235. Back, all the way around. You'll be coming out in a few minutes, biscuit maker. He's in there making biscuits. Gotta stay out of trouble. See how bright that is? Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Yep. You ever have to turn the lights out? Anytime for something like that, you don't have to cut it out because you get in trouble. If you ever got to turn your lights out to fix your screen and you can't operate in the environment we're operating right now, your screen doesn't work. And that means you're cheating your projector. Getting the most out of my $16.25. I think I'm gonna kick my door open tomorrow, wide open. So people, when they walk by, they can see my screen. I love when people pop in and they see it. I love it. Look at some sound of this. I'm loving this whole skyline. That's why I gotta do the 235.1. 235.1 and that skyline is gorgeous. This is where we got the box full of stuff. We got so much stuff all over the place. This is where the heat is at. The heat is. Oh, that'd be a great song right there. For the good one with the flames outside, the heat is on. That's a cool song right there. Let me see. We're looking for new songs to play. That'd be a great song to play. The heat is on. Let me see. Is that beautiful, these people? I sit here in my office, have all my lights on, my $16.25 projector. I got a beautiful skyline with 6K bar light running across it at 24,000 in the ceiling. And enjoy my screen without being trapped in the dark. I can read a book back here if I want. I can see everything in my environment crystal clear. I can make everything and nothing sitting in the dark in here. Options. Our screen paint can operate environments that other projection screens can't do it. So that means our Infusion Light Energy Gain would be more powerful than ambient light projection technology, because what I've seen in those demonstrations at ALR, I've seen all you guys sitting in the dark. Even the ones that tried to do a little bit of light in the window still didn't come close to what we're doing right now. Now imagine when it becomes nighttime, what they're doing there. They turn all the lights out. That stuff wouldn't work in here. Gray screen doesn't operate in here. Can't work. Keep feet kicked up, chilling like a beauty. Like having a TV. I think tomorrow we're going to do a couple of these demonstrations on our black screen paint. Oh, wow, look at that right there from the door. Look at that. Look at that grass. Look how beautiful that color looks. We're going to start addressing more of our products. It's a puppy cheek. Look at the puppy cheeks on that. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I love rabbits. Anyway, as I said before, we're going to start addressing our naysayer. I'm sorry. We're done. This is where we have to divorce you, okay? And nothing good comes out of you. Nothing but negativity. You don't have nothing for us. I'm gonna put you in a little box. I'm gonna stick you in the back of my sink, like where the cornflakes at. I'm gonna stick you back there. I'm a big fan of cornflakes, but that's usually where you have to put them at. So my mom think we're out of cereal and we get the sweet stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna stick you back there in that little corner with the quick oatmeal. Some people like that, but I don't. I'm gonna put you back there because you know why? You have nothing to show for it. That's why. A lot of talk, no show. So I'm going to stick you back there. And now we're going to start addressing the video to our customers. And customers, this is what you need to be buying. Get yourself out of that dark environment. Say goodbye to the dark. Say goodbye to not being able to see the coffee table or trying to fiddle around in the dark to figure out what buttons you're pressing on your remote control because they're not backlit. And have to find remote controls that are backlit because your environment's too dark. Say goodbye to not being able to have that 100% contrast level, because now our technology will do it. And all your colors, look how pop that green pops. Now, Peter, it's dark green, by the way. Gray screens don't read dark gray. Dark screens, dark colors. Dark and brown. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that more. Now, for the couples at the end of the day, I get them from time to time. She doesn't want it to be in the dark. I can understand that 100%. You decorated that place to look nice. At the end of the day, you don't want to be sitting in the dark. You don't have to be. Your husband can sit there and he can watch the screen on that big projection setup as he wants, and you can read a book in there, whatever you want to do in your environment without worrying about it disrupting your zone. That's the beautiful thing about our black technology screen paints. And if you watch the paint down demonstrations on this stuff with the bleed through capability that it has, you can paint something just like that. No complicated instructions. Let's go through all that nonsense. See what I mean? Bam! Oh, let's check out a fish tank. I'm gonna check out a fish tank right now. But that fish tank didn't blow up. Oh, yeah, come on, fish tank. There we go, see that? Beautiful fish tank. Trapped in the dark, none of that nonsense. Who wants to put up with that crap, right? I don't. I'm pretty sure you don't either. And on top of that, if you're buying a projector for the first time, look at the money we can save you at the end of the day. So you're not forced to go out and spend money for a high-end projector because they have to make you buy that projector because their screen doesn't work correctly. You can go get 20 bucks out of your wallet and go buy that projector we have right there. It'll do that right there on that screen for $20. That's up to you if you want to go down that route. But at least if you spend $3,300 for a projector in a day, at least you're getting what you paid for. Now, what they got at the end of the day, they can't even see the screen correctly without being in a super dark environment at day. Even their colors are so washed out and contrast don't even kick. So pretty much you're sitting in front of a screen that constantly lies back to them. Makes them believe that you're seeing something that they're not. Optical illusion. Because Darth Vader's outfit is his armor. It isn't gray, it's black. It's 100% black. This is what I find confusing. If you're going to tell somebody at the end of the day that they're seeing black when technically they're seeing gray, then what happens when they see it in real life? Are they seeing black or are they seeing gray? They're seeing black. Then how come they're not seeing black when it comes to your screen? Oh, microphones are not on this side. Let's see if we can dig it up from where we want to dig it up from. Let's see. Oh, wrong keyboard. Ugh. Right there on top. LG OLED art. Oh, microphone's ain't hooked up. I want to see that. That's some black right there, man. LG OLED art. What the frick is that? That sounds freaking cool. Cool. Oh, find me an outlet, man. Find me an outlet. I want to see that. What was that? LG OLED art. Not parts. Art. Now, for the ambient light rejection, which are gray screens, by the way, you do know you're supposed to be in a fully lit environment with an ambient light rejection technology. And number one, you have to read that 100% black right now that's going on right now on that screen. But the reason why you darken your environments, and even though claiming to have ambient light rejection, is because your contrast level doesn't read because your screens are gray. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's why a screen that's ambient light rejection is sitting in a dark environment. It can't get the black levels to read. And if the black levels fail, guess what else fails with it? Color. So you're supposed to read that 100% black in color all at the same time. But that's not true. It is true. It is true. It is true. You can't read the black contrast levels. That's why you're in the dark. For a screen that has a gain really sitting that high. I'm sitting way back here, picking up this beautiful image. How many projectors could I buy for the price of what somebody pays for their projector today? It just seems that the ambient light projection technology isn't working. Oh, yeah. Definitely do this one. You should be able to read that. No problem. So for the customers, yeah, you should be able to read that. They already know they can't read it. So let's move on. They're in the bottom of the kitchen cabinet. In the back, where the mothballs are. Their opinion doesn't mean nothing right now. For the customer, you should be able to read that. See how bright those reds are? None of that stuff should be turning tan, washed out, none of that. You should be able to read that. If you're not getting that, it means your screen failed. Your projector's working perfectly fine. That's why you keep going and updating your projector, getting it better and better. For what? You see how old my machine's at the end of the day? I don't have to update that thing ever. The screen's how they look. Only update I added that thing was a HDMI port on the back of it, and converter, and that's it. There's no way in the world you should be sitting in a dark environment with an ultra short throw. You should be sitting right up on top of where that screen's at right now. That's why one of my videos, I took a remote control and I threw it in the middle of the floor. You know why? You can see it. On the demonstrations we see, you throw a remote control, you ain't finding it until you turn the lights on. Which they can't do in the video because the screen will wash out. It'll tell on itself. But it's going to tell on itself either way. The customer's going to do it. The customer's going to take it home, they're going to turn the lights on and go, oh, yeah. Whew. They're going to realize they paid all that money into it, and then they're going to go, well, I just have to deal with this because, you know, I put a lot of money in this, and there you go. Until they bump into my demonstration, watching Mr. Person in his office doing this on a $16 projector. Oh, I forgot, 25 cents. You can't forget that 25 cents. I'm going to put me up an Epson ultra short throw for $40. That's why we don't need to spend the money. $40, a whopping $40, people, 40 freaking dollars. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to start doing some demonstrations called match and betters, which we like to do in flex. We're going to challenge. We're going to put it right out in the open. We challenge ambient light projection, ALR, to our new technology we have here. ILEG, which is the inside technology, or outside demonstrations for screen paints. And as for the outdoor screens that allow to absorb direct sunlight, we challenge that technology too. Infusion Light Energy Gain. That's what it stands for. Does it live up to its name? It does, doesn't it? Sun Fusion Energy Gain, does it live up to its name? It survives in sunlight, right? So therefore it has the right to be called that. That's why I said when you make up things like range gain and that dumb nonsense at the end of the day, you have to be able to back it up. Now think about William Penn. I don't know, I did a lot of research on William Penn. And Abraham Lincoln and the rest of them anyway. Do you have any idea when he brought up the idea of being able to take electricity from the sky and push it into a home, how they must have thought he was crazy at the end of the day? I mean, you got to think about the dedication and the leaps and bounds that inventor went through. And I'm pretty sure he had naysayers at the time telling him he couldn't do this, was virtually impossible, it's fictional, he wasn't mad or whatever. They probably spread all kinds of rumors about him, but the determination to get it done. So you naysayers, that they can sit there and use the very same electricity that man went out and risked his life to develop, so you can have it. Despite the individuals that were basically tearing him down every day to make him think that he was crazy and nuts for having an idea such like so. And then you enjoy that. What I find interesting about these naysayers, that you enjoy the fruits and labor of people who take the time to do the impossible, to invent things so you can have a more comfortable life. While you sit there and go, oh, it's not possible. You come from a history of naysayers. That's what you come from. I don't hate anybody's technology. If it's crap, it's crap. If it's good, it's good. I'm not a big fan of Black Diamond, really not. But I respect the technology. It's good. It makes good technology. Not a big fan of Jane either. But I'd say his 3D printing stuff is pretty good. He makes some pretty good stuff. See, that's the difference between the day. I'm mature. I'm an adult. I don't wear my emotions on this. Not about that. So if I see something that's good, I might not even like the person. I give credit where credit is due. If they're good at it, they're good at it. And it is what it is. Only a child would basically get mad and angry and get better about every little thing and complain and cry about it, and then turn around and go, oh, he's all the kids do that when they get upset. They blame everything. Everything. It's a child. Oh, I'm loving these flowers, man. I want some flowers. Look at some flowers. I'm gonna get some flowers in here. I need some flowers in here. Gotta watch him for this one. He might try to eat them. Not you better eat my flowers. Better than eat my flowers. What time we got? I gotta be in here tomorrow early. I'm gonna play around with this whole test surface and have some fun with this thing outside. But definitely going to be outside with the larger surface and taking the other projector and 1,000 of them with me. Oh, don't fall off the side. There's stuff packed up. This time I'll be up 7 o'clock in the morning. Got that done. God damn it, the mouse. But they show nothing but guinea pigs on there. And the rabbits were kind of adorable. They were adorable freaking rabbits. So furry. Extra furry. Yes, tired of being in the dark. Tired of GPS in your freaking... Oh man, can you imagine cats in the dark? Cats do some crazy stuff, man. That's like a delivery lay right there in front of you. Or lay on a staircase. Oh, you would know for doing that. No, it's just laying in a staircase and not even moving. They see you coming down the stairs. Like, really? Seriously? Yeah. Imagine that. Being able to be in a fully lit environment and enjoy your screen. I love it. Yeah, the guy who came in to check out our stuff, yeah, he saw this. All the lights on. And mind you, in their building in City Hall, they had all white screens in there. And they're all washed out. They look nothing like this. And their projectors are far better than what we have in here. Way better. I'm going to shoot me a couple of short videos for some promos for the other sites. I definitely want to get some. I got this full bar light on here. Get a little tilt in from here. Bam! Just like that. That's when we record it just like that. So we get the light from the ceiling coming down on top of the screen with the bar light. Yeah, once we conquered that sunlight, man, there's really nothing to talk about when it comes to the other people that complain at the end of the day. And that sink, right in that small little corner. Old bottle cap sitting back there, soda crackers. You haven't showed me anything. No point in talking about it. From now on, I'm going to put down what the customer should get, 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 what the customer should get. As a customer, get the freak out of the dark. Welcome to light. Never said like, does it work with the lights? You know, when people ask me that, this is why I don't comment. I literally don't comment on people that. If you can get a screen to operate in this much lighting, I think the lights out would be a lot more easier. I mean, so much more easier. I've never heard anybody saying, oh my goodness, we can't operate with the lights on because the screen will wash out. You ever heard that one before? I've never heard that one before. Easy, McCheesy. Bum, 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 bum. Easy, McCheesy. Easy. It's how bright those lights are. The lights are super bright. Those are 6,000K. They're very bright. So the ones I saw with the lead screen, they're brown. Those are white. They're cool fusion lights. They're much brighter. Usually what most people do is they get the brown ones. The brown ones give off less light, but they give off the like an illusion. Like they're really well lit, but they're not. They're brown. It's the white ones that are actually the brighter. So when we put them together, it's about 12,000. Right now we got 6,000 and 6,000. So what the Dutch screen looks like with the lights out? Absolutely amazing. Yep. And now you see why they fear us. You see why other people went out and committed all those crimes and did all that dumb stuff? You see why they fear us. Like I said, everyone we take to court for this, I'm going to post your what happens in that courtroom. You cry, whatever, it's going to be all in court document. They document everything in there. If you cry, they document it. You pass out faint, they document all of it. We'll make it public domain so everybody can read it. And I'm going to put in the slogan that people are so threatened by our amazing technology that they're willing to commit crimes. I'm going to make money off you. It's going to be in my commercials. Not technically, but you know what I mean. I'm going to make money off you. Why not? You got to learn how to make lemons into lemon juice. So I'm going to take your crimes and make money off you. And you won't get paid a cent for it. But we'll make money off you. So if you're dumb enough to go in and make a statement, I'm going to take you to court and sue you, take everything you got from you, and throw your butt in jail if I had that opportunity. And make sure that we make it all public record so everybody can read it, make a commercial like, look, competition and so terrified of our product, they're breaking the law. No, seriously, they're breaking the law. Like literally, shit right here. Yeah, we'll make money off it. Just when I got people advertising in their office, they go out there and they do demonstration. Oh, this is where he's at. Why would I hide that? It's my office at the end of the day. I want people to come in here and see our technology. There you go. Now, when I get my showroom, make sure you advertise that too. Thank you. You think at the end of the day you advertise that it's fake? You know, the biggest people we got to buy from are the non-believers. They come and go, oh, it's not real. We go check it out. And they see all the stuff we do compared to what you guys do. You guys don't do anything. Our websites are better than yours. Everything we do is better than you. Our demonstrations, videos, tests, all that, all better than you. So when they go in, customers do comparisons. They match which ones are better. And they come up, only us. So when you go out there and say we're scammers, they go straight to my site and realize my site's far better than yours. And guess what? They buy from us. You bring me business. You work for me. You just don't get paid for it. So when you say I'm this, that, and the other, people come check us out. I got plenty of people say, yeah, man, I came in and went to see what you guys were all about because this guy was over there talking all this trash. And I can see why you're so jealous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Beat your products. Make your products. Send you back your own products. They're made for $15 and you couldn't even back it up. And then I'll use my cat blanket to beat it at $3 for $4.35. Yeah. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, you bring us business at the end of the day. So when I get my showroom, if you're still free, if you're not locked up already, advertise my showroom for it. Look how beautiful that looks with the lights up. See that? Easy. That's easy. But they need this. They need the lights up. The only way their stuff will work. That's why they have to have lights up. It doesn't work like lights up. Look at it. So you put a 100% black. Partial light. Full light. Cut out. See that background stays black all the time? There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. We had fun. We've enjoyed our time here together. I got to make a short video real quick showing this amazing setup we have here right now. And then after that, I got to be back in. We're going to be doing a demonstration outside in the daytime hours. Outside. Yes, outside. Where the other screens can't go. They can't be out there. They just can't. They can't go. Even when a permission slip, they still can't go. I guess we're going to be out there by ourselves. Oh. Oh man, this is going to be fun. I can't wait. Anyway, and for your customers at the end of the day, if you're tired of being stuck in the dark, you're tired of getting ripped off by these fake companies at the end of the day, you reach out to us. And then you'll be like the rest of my customers. You can go outside and play, but they can't. They're just inside making excuses of why they can't come out and play. That's some beautiful candles, right? Ain't it? Oh, so used to having the good technology. Watch this. Go anywhere you want to go. Let's put it in the environment. Tron 4K demonstration. screen paint they fear. The ultra black, cinematic. We call it our most powerful screen paint. I can watch a movie with the lights on. At 20 bucks for my projector. Look at that. Options, people. Options. It's all about options. You have the power to do whatever you like to do. Yes, boom. Bam. Partial light. Lights out. Doesn't make a difference. It doesn't change it. So, options. That's one thing they know is always have them come in and have the lights out. Because I always say, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you hit the light switch for me? Thank you. And then they look at the screen, see all the lights come on, the screen doesn't watch out. I go, oh shoot, this thing's freaking amazing. And they start thinking in the back of their mind where they want the screen at, all the screens they want painted over to black technology. Let them do all that work right there. Then let them think about what they want. Then they let their minds run wild, what they can do with it. It's weatherproof. Yeah, some video demonstrations of it outside 300 lumens. They leave from here. They got all kinds of ideas what they want to do with it. And now you see why they're threatened by us. If I don't want to watch this, I can go over and say, hey, check it out. Let's go watch some equal highlights football. Equal highlights football. Are you ready for some football? We got soccer. Oh, check out soccer. Watch the second game if you want. Not screen wash it out, green the grass is. No washout, no fade, no discoloration, no tan, nothing to it. Alright, put my feet up. I'm office. Kabam. So what I want to watch next after this. Let's see if I want to do let's do Transylvania Hotel. California. 60 miles in your watch. Because you got that power. That's why it's all about having that power. That power. Power. Sit back and chill. Watch whatever you want. Shows come up nice and bright. All that good stuff. "4K Snow Cottage." What I wanted? Nope. 4K screensaver, Snow Cottage. White levels. I can do that side at 300 lumens. I got a whole bunch of demonstrations I'm doing on a white screen at 300 lumens outside, just to show that we have the most powerful, highest white levels on a black screen. We can operate outside at 300 lumens. We do more of those demonstrations. Do that. Anything I want to choose, anything. I have to sit there and go, well, I got to turn the lights up because the contrast level was coming up. My screen might wash out. No. I operate anything I want to watch. I showed you that demonstration we watched where the guy was showing off the projector and then you came to the contrast levels, he turned the lights out. Oh, that's horrible. Let's go over to like LG OLED. LG OLED demonstration. I'm thinking every time. Oh, we're having fun. That's where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be trapped in a dark environment all day long. Options, people, options. See? That's why you hear that song called We Got That Power. That's what I mean. Power to do whatever I want. I watch whatever I want on this thing. If I want to buy another projector, I pull $20 from my pocket and buy me another one. I feel like a beautiful bunch of countryside meadow. Let's see. Beautiful countryside meadow 4K. I wanna go. What's going on here? Look at this. The green doesn't wash out, doesn't become tan, have a tannish look to it. Multiple shades of green fire off on the screen because it reads dark and it reads light at the same time. Look at that, look how beautiful that looks. All this lighting, we can just do that, just like that, without working the screen washer. Instead of green at all, different shades. And I watch a gray screen do this, all the green matches. Because it can't do multiple shades, it can't read the darker levels. Man, I would definitely quit my job. This would do it. This would call me to do it. I would never come back. Nope, I'll never come back. Don't need a TV out there. Ain't nothing out there. Isn't that beautiful that is? What do you need a TV? Man, forget internet. I don't need them good. Oh yeah, I'll definitely never come back. Yeah, I'll definitely never, ever come back. Take me a nice long walk, come back. The person that's there become the owner of the company, just like that. That fast. I'm like, well, guess what? I'm done. There you go. The document, bring a lawyer out there, sign everything over, it's yours. I'm going. I said, I'm never coming back. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. I'll never come back. I wouldn't even come back to the States anymore. Ain't nowhere in the world coming back. I'm not coming back in it, so I'm gonna stay over there. Of course, under the guidelines and contracts, you still have to take care of all the communities and stuff that I'm taking care of with the company. You still have to do all that. So within the guidelines, you have to do it. Or I'd be sued if he doesn't. So I want to make sure I take everybody before I go, but I'll never come back. Nope. That'll be me out there. No freaking technology. Just nothing. No Wi-Fi, nothing. I don't need just to be able to sit out there in that grass every single day. I don't care if it's snowing, raining, whatever. I'm there. Look at that. That's insane. How could you watch TV with all that out there? I would literally have a house built that I can go up on the roof and just slant, lay up there and just look at everything. That has got to be insane. And it's funny because it's interesting because people who, well, the younger ones probably live out here when they live out in the city and all that. Like, nah, trust me, that's not better. You got it good. You have no idea you got it good. I'm pretty sure they have all that technology out there, but still, they want that hustle and bustle life and all that. You don't want that, trust me. Pay money to go there. They're not getting me one of these big old baskets, with a big old-fashioned bike with a basket in the front. Yeah, I'll be out there chilling. Put some Bob Marley on. I am in a whole different world. I'm not even like me and Taco, man. We'd be out there chilling. That's retirement right there. That is retirement. Which is funny because I'm watching on the technology that's going to allow me to do it. I wouldn't even get a big house. I'm just a small place. That's basically all I need. Man. I would get me a mountain bike though, because I'm definitely going down one of the freaking hills. That is incredible. This is why I like doing business with people overseas. I love this so much because I always got a chance to meet somebody that was in a different country than I was, and always asking questions like, "What y'all have for breakfast? Like, what y'all have for dinner? Like, what y'all do for entertainment, stuff like that." I can ask them all these questions, man. Ever since this whole shipping thing, man, at the end of the day, I've never had this problem with shipping stuff overseas. I've been shipping stuff overseas for years. I got to go back to the post office and figure out what else is going with that. Because I want to put my shipping overseas back on. I want to figure out what's going on with this tracking number that's disappearing. I miss talking to people overseas, man. I had a guy in Japan, who was stationed in Japan. He's setting up care boxes and stuff. Man, they have the most interesting snacks up there. The stuff that we don't ever get down here, man. We get these weird freaking Kit Kat bars, man, and different flavors and stuff. We don't get that down here. Different types of gum and soda and all kinds of stuff, man. We don't get none of that stuff down here. They got them black cheeseburgers over there too in Japan, man. I like the black cheeseburgers for sure. It's like gourmet, man, but gourmet. One day, bird, one day. I'm going to retire and go over there and just chill. Yep. Or a t-shirt that says, retired. All day long, right? Retired. Yeah, retired. Retired. I see you guys make the screen paint? Nope. No idea what you're talking about. That's definitely not me. Only people know my whereabouts is my family. Other than that, I'm going to go bloop, disappear. No access to cell phones, nothing. Actually, it was a phone that I wanted to use for something else. It was like a high-frequency cell phone they use when you're up in the Alps and stuff like that. They run for different types of signals. They bounce off satellites. That's what I'm going to be picking up. I'm going to totally disappear. I'm going to go out there somewhere and just chill out. See? That's beautiful right there. What up? One day, I gotta go. One day, I'm gonna get my wish, I'm gonna leave. It's interesting how your life changes, because if you look at the ceiling always changes. When you look at it, it changes. Always changes. When I was in lockup, I see the same ceiling for years. One day it changed. Saw that ceiling for years, and that ceiling changes. You see that ceiling for years, it always changes. Next time I get the change for the next ceiling, I'll be in my warehouse unit. When that changes, I'll be there somewhere. Yep. I reach that plateau, that's it. I'm paying someone to go online and wipe everything out. Well, no, not the YouTube videos, just certainly there. But my existence, gone. I'll go over there and disappear off the radar, off the grid. Only people know my whereabouts are just certain people that I'm very close to, and that's it. They don't speak about me to anybody. That's why they're my closest. Went on a journey. That's pretty much it. What I'm going to do with my time? Enjoy that. Tons of art museums, all different types of plays and shows I can go to, different types of food I can eat. Just sitting on the beach or in the middle of the freaking mountainside or whatever, it doesn't make a difference. As long as I'm out there, just enjoying seeing it all. Don't need a TV, don't need stereos, don't need any of the gaming, don't need none of it. I got that. Me, God, and the cat. That's it. Springs. I could cook a whole bird in there. All right, people. Well, that wraps it up for me at the end of the day. I'm done. All right, got updating, more updating on my website and the search engine optimizer. That's about it. That's all I'm going to be at on that one. Yeah, tomorrow I'll take care of this. And just been out there. Oh, I had an urge for cookies. So we go get cookies. There's some cookies. I'm just going to be doing more of my demonstrations about ambient rejection versus our technology, and that's pretty much about it. As for the other ones, don't care. I'm going to keep mentioning something that they don't have at the end of the day, or mention anything, they're not doing anything, so we don't care. It's going to be just us against ambient rejection technology. That's pretty much it. Alright, that's basically about it for me. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for your time. Gotta go, and God bless.